Hey everyone, I'm Ryan and this is Get Your Mind Right. So today's topic is going to be about why women shouldn't date men with female best friends. In my experience, I've dated about two men who have female best friends. One relationship was just more casual, and then the other one was a lot more serious, right? And so I actually took notes, got my trusty phone out, because I really wanted to give real life reasons why you shouldn't do it. So I got three reasons. So the first one is going to be emotional transference, right? So we're going to talk about a little bit of biology. So when a man and a woman gets together and they start spending a lot of time together, right? Especially like married couples, right? And if a man has a lot of daughters, just in general, when men are around a lot of women, they tend to pick up or they tend to absorb female emotions, right? And so one moment that may sound like I'm being like petty by saying that. However, it's different when that man has a female best friend. So if it's just you and him together, he's up underneath you, he's becoming more softer. And I don't mean softer in a way that he's becoming gay or something like that. No, I just mean he's becoming softer in a way that he's much more aware of female emotions, female energy, right? And because he's around this female best friend, her emotions are now transferring to him, right? So if she's whiny, if she's bitchy, if she on her period, which really does change our emotions as women, he will begin to whine towards you, right? And one of my relationships, the man I was seeing, he had multiple female best friends, right? So what he expected out of me was more so like I was supposed to be the man in the relationship. This man wanted me to call him in the morning, like just sit on the phone, send him all these random text messages. And mind you, I had a key to his house. So what more you want me to do? Right? So when he confronted on me, he said, why don't you call me throughout the day? I said, because I'm actually really working, right? That I'm not thinking of calling you, and not in a bad way, but I'm just busy with work. If you're thinking of me, what is it going to hurt you to just make the phone call or send a text message? And when I said it to him, he was just looking like, and I'm like, you a grown ass man. How are you not going after what you want? Why do you need for me to give you a text message to feel secure where when you know where I work, you know what type of car I drive, you know where I live at, and you gave me your goddamn house key? What more assurance do you need? Now, the women that may be watching this may be feeling like, well, Ryan, you should send him a text throughout the day. Guess what? That's what men do to women. That's what women request. Why you ain't text me? Well, baby, I'm busy with work. Why you ain't call me? Baby, I'm at work. You're complaining about the hours 9 to 5, 10 to 6, whatever. But you're complaining about work hours, why I'm not on the phone with you, right? Where is this man getting this energy from? His female best friend. Everything she complained about as a woman, he's now absorbing it, thinking to himself he can now complain about it as a man. No, you can't. I hate to say it, but that's bitch shit, okay? My second point is the friendship is not always platonic. Now, what I mean by this is that, the female best friend, right? She could be genuinely not attracted to him, right? Don't really want to mess with him, nothing like that. She see him as a friend. However, he may be attracted to her in a romantic way, and he's sitting around biding time, just waiting for her to have a weak moment, right? Now, I knew of a guy that I wasn't best friends with, but we was in a friendship group, and he liked it one of the women inside the friendship group. Now, this dude, he was biding time. I mean, he was really biding time for her. Did he end up doing it, having intercourse with her? Yep. Did he love it? Yep. Did she treat him like crap afterwards? Yep. Did he still consider her as his best friend and still jump when she said jump? Yep. Did he get a new girlfriend and brought the girlfriend around the friendship group? Yep. Was he still longing for his best friend? Yes. Right? Another instance, I know that I had a friend and she was seeing a guy for about maybe 3 years, right? And he had a female best friend that he despised. I mean, I've even been around him when he talks shit about her, and I'm like, dude, why are you talking about her like that? Like, none of us even know her like that for us to have that much disdain for her, right? After my friend broke up with this man, can I tell y'all a year later, his female best friend that he despised, that he gossiped about, that he treated like trash to everyone else, wound up pregnant by him? Literally wound up pregnant by this man, right? So, while what I want to say about that is, it's just like a coworker. You know, you got a job and you may have a very annoying coworker. But now y'all been working together for now a year now, and now you grown to like their annoyance. It's like you expect their annoyance, right? You grown to care about them. So when other people may complain about them, you'll stick up for them. Even though those same things that those people are complaining about was the same thing you felt before, but because of time done passed, y'all done spent time together, you got to know this person more, now you're sticking up for them. So that's no difference with these type of situations, right? He may not really like this woman. However, all that time he's spending with her, emotions are growing. Feelings are creating amongst them too, right? They may not even really be in love with each other, but it's just the fact of it's all familiar. How often do people break up with somebody knowing that person is bad for them, but then still go back to him because one, they know him already, they know the devil already, right? They always say, what's the saying, that go with the devil that you know, right? So that really does happen with friendships. You spend so much time and alone time together that you just naturally develop feelings for somebody. You know, I got neighbors I can't stand, but over time, you know, I got to know them, and I may still can't stand them, but I am emotionally connected to them. I do care about them. If they died or their house is on fire, I'll call 911. If I see them fall, I'll come over, you know, lift their head up, call 911, right? May even go with them to the ambulance. So that goes to show you right then and there that spending time with somebody, time breeds familiarity. And with that type of familiarness with one another, guess what? You're going to start falling for each other. Then my last one is, you're now in a relationship with not just him, but now his female best friend. So this is how it goes. He's so busy running his goddamn mouth to her about everything that you do, right? And she's so busy trying to be this friend, even if she does not like him in a romantic way. Like I said earlier, that emotional connection is there. So now anything you do wrong, now she's telling him he needs to leave you. Or she's trying to tell him how much he's in the right. But did he tell her the full story? So I'll give you an example. I remember one time I was seeing the dude who had a female best friend. And I think I was supposed to go to his house for like 6 o'clock. And I made it clear that when I come over, I want it to be me and your time. I don't want you to have no company, right? And so I believe I rolled past his house like at 5:50 and seen his female best friend car there. So I sat there, right? And I'm sitting and I'm sitting and I'm sitting, and now it's 6 o'clock. So then I tell him I'm on my way, right? And so in my mind, I'm wondering, is the female best friend going to now come out to her car and leave? And mind you, I'm in the cut watching. That may sound crazy. However, I really wanted my alone time with this person. I didn't want his friend there today, whether it was a man or a woman, but we're just going to be specific about his female best friend. So I'm sitting there and it's 6 o'clock and I text him I'm on my way. So I'm waiting for her to get up and go, right? They don't know I'm outside watching, but I'm wondering, when the fuck is she gonna get in the car and leave? Is she waiting for me to get there in order for her to leave? So then I text him again. I said, are you alone? And he wrote back, no. And I said, but then earlier I discussed that, you know, I wanted to come over and it just be me and your time, right? So you got company? And he's all like, well, they'll leave when you come. So I said, you know what? They can stay. I'm not gonna come. So when he tells his female best friend this, he's not going to tell her the full story that me and him already talked earlier, the previous day, the previous night, early that morning, that I'm coming over and it's supposed to be me and his time. We've already talked about that. But he's not going to tell her that. He's just going to say, oh, she supposed to came over at 6 and she's not coming now. So now the female best friend is like, well, why she not coming? What, is it because I'm here? What, making it a problem when, lady, do you want somebody up underneath your person every time you supposed to come around? Are you so codependent that you need your female best friend there in your house until the exact minute I knock on the door or use my goddamn key to your house to get in? You know, what kind of shit is that? Another thing is when they tell their female best friend the story, you know, they may have a female best friend that would actually say, hey dude, you know, you kind of in the wrong. But guess what? Guess what happens usually in situations like that? The man becomes irritated with his female best friend and now feel like, oh, it's a woman thing, you sticking up for her. So then you got the female best friends that don't want to lose a friend. So now everything he say is gold, right? Everything he say is gold. Then it gets to the point where you come around and now she got an attitude with you based off of what he said prior. But she don't even know the full story. So guess what? Now you're trying to kiss her ass because you feel like, well, that's his best friend. You know, I want to be good in with her so she can have my back. But really, she ain't got your back. She could give two flying fucks about what he decides to do with you. All she want to do is make sure her spot is saved. And it all ties into that whole emotional connection, transference that I'm talking about. It's just going to keep going and going and going and going and going. It's never going to stop. So then if you and her get kind of cool, then he may get jealous. It's just always a constant circle. So all in all, I wouldn't date a man with a female best friend. And you can even look at this scenarios and this bullet points that I gave you, the reasons why. You can even look at this as with his mother, with his sister, with his nieces, with his daughters, right? But we don't want to get too much in family because family is family, right? I want to talk really about friendships because I hope he ain't gonna sleep with his family member. However, with the female friend, it's very possible he may sleep with her. You see what I'm saying? So all in all, me personally, I wouldn't do it. I don't recommend it to no one else. If a man say he got a female best friend, you better really think twice. Because now he's dealing with not only your emotions, not only your emotions when you on your period. He dealing with a whole nother woman emotions when she on her period. All her emotions when she just tripping out, just doing whatever. And guess what? Who is he gonna put first? You or him? I mean, you or her? That's something you got to sit back and think about. Do you want to deal with that? Even when I was with a man who had a female best friend, was he there for me like he's supposed to be? Yeah. But you know what? He brought a lot of bitchy shit to me from being around the women so much. Did sometimes I noticed that he could be late to me because he was doing something for somebody else? Yep. And I don't care if, well, at least he still came through. But if you didn't have that other bitch in your ear, you would have been here on time. Have I been a female best friend to a man? Yes. Especially in my late teens, early 20s, yes. But you want to know the difference from me and other people? Okay, now you got a girlfriend, dude. We all going out. Tell her to come out too. I'm not gossiping nothing to you that I don't feel like she shouldn't hear. Especially if I know this woman is a decent woman, right? When I had a male best friend, and this group of our friends, it was more women than the men, right? And you know, when he would go be with his woman, I didn't call him. Guess what? Everybody else calling him. All the other girls in the group calling him. What did you call him for? You're not about to sleep with him. You're not gonna give him no sex. You're not gonna give him none of that type of stuff. So why are you sitting up here basically coochie blocking? That's what you're doing. You're coochie blocking. You know? When I had a male best friend, when I was a female best friend to a man who had a girlfriend, like I said, when me and him would hang out, it was for us to go do business. If we was going out to have a drink and get some food, We going out to have a drink. He could FaceTime her. If she want to come on. And we bringing her back a plate from where we at. Because at the end of the day, I can't sleep with my male best friend. I don't want to. I don't want him like that. I really see you as a brother. You know? And like I said earlier, just to reiterate it and really drill it in your head, them two may genuinely not have feelings for each other. But because I believe that they are the opposite sex, right? Because I believe they're the opposite sex, and I'm not saying the opposite sex can't be friends. However, due to these two people being the opposite sex, they're just naturally looking after each other as though they are a couple, right? You see what I'm saying? Let me give you this quick comment. I should make another video for this, but I'm just gonna put this in here. There was this saying I seen on the internet probably like 4 months ago. This shit blew my mind. And it was like a single woman is a very dangerous woman. And then somebody said, why? And then the poster said, because the single woman tends to make every man around her boyfriend. Oh my God. I can actually admit to that. Now, what I've done, I've noticed when I've done with my neighbors, right? Especially when it's hot outside, if I got some extra food, you know, the boys outside, they chilling, they drinking, they ain't thinking about having no goddamn water. What I do, come bring them some water and fruit. Bring them some watermelon and some really good water, right? However, if I was in a relationship at that time, I probably most likely would not have done that because my energy and my mind is focused on my man, right? Not saying you don't help other men or do like things like that if you're in a relationship. However, you just tend to use your energy more towards your partner than people just strutting down the street or people that you know. So take what I'm saying to heed in mind, ladies. If you're dating a man who has a female best friend and she's single, keep what I'm saying in your back pocket about a single woman sometimes is very dangerous. Watch yourself. If you're a female who has a male best friend and he got a girlfriend and you ain't got no man, catch yourself, right? Because you'll naturally start giving a lot more, right? I'm a very much a giver. I love giving people stuff. It brings me joy. You know why? Because a lot of people give me things. Every time I turn around, somebody, oh, I got something for you. I thought this would look nice on you. Here, smell this. I want to give you this. That's why I'm a giver, because I receive a lot, right? However, when I'm in a relationship, I'm not over here worried about nobody being hot. I'm not over here being like, you know what? I got this extra meat. Let me go ahead and make all this and I can share it. No. You know what I'm doing? That extra meat is going to my man. It being hot outside, I'm texting him. I'm calling him saying, hey, did you drink some water today? What you doing? You staying hydrated? Get some fruit? What you doing? So keep that all in mind, right? Find you a man who got a mixture of friends, probably, okay? Or find you a man who only got male friends and he cool with his mama. He got a cool mama. He got a decent sister. He got a decent female cousin that's in his ear. Because I even got stories of female family members messing up something and not knowing the full story. But that's a different type of topic. We talk about friends. Find you somebody that wants to give you his undivided attention. That's what you want to find. A man who gives you undivided attention, and his attention is not divided up with his female best friend. You don't need that emotional transference coming to you. If he gonna be softer, if he's gonna recognize women emotions and things like that, it's gonna be through you, not through his best friend. Okay? So all in all, I say just don't date men with female best friends. It's alright if a man has a friend that he been knowing all these years and he kind of see him as a sister, right? They might not even hang out that much. They may talk every blue moon. But I'm talking about that female best friend that's around him every goddamn day. He's absorbing her energy and then he's pushing that shit out on you. All her whining, all her bitchy, all her period syndromes, he's absorbing it and then he's throwing it back at you. And you didn't sign up to be in a relationship with a man that identifies as a woman. You didn't do that. You decided to be in a relationship with a man that identifies as a man and hold his man energy. And if he does excuse some female energy, right? It's because of you. It's because he's up underneath you. If he start displaying caring for women emotions and things like that more and being more of a listener, it's through you, not his best friend, not his female best friend. So don't do it. Don't waste your time on it. It's a waste of your energy, your time, and your body. Bye.